So I'm gonna just go through the whole thing, talk about the parts that I think are interesting, but I actually cannot believe
18.
that they are doing RE8 so soon. I feel like it's way too soon. This game is probably doomed, but we will see. I'm optimistic. First, it picks up with his story comes to a close, and there's two main characters that are shown in this thing.
Long ago, a young girl went with
Ethan
a
and
waifu
Chris.
for her father.
It could mean either of them, their story come to a close, but hopefully it's Ethan, because Ethan is the only male protagonist in RE that is worse than Chris. So hopefully we can just get him out of the way. Yeah, Ethan's mad boring.
The rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into
Like super boring.
Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch.
The trailer opens up with this story, but we don't know who's talking.
And into the forest deep.
The story seems like kind of inconsequential.
Creepy story.
It's just a
But
local
this
tale.
is who I presume to be Ethan talking with, whoever is telling the story. I have no idea. It could be Mia. It could be this person. We don't know who this is. But I think that this is a flashback.
You're really into that stuff?
And not actually the sepia tone, you know, it gives it away.
Quit being so paranoid.
Sounds like Mia. It could be Mia. Definitely.
No, friendly.
And here is Ethan showing off his special abilities from RE7, where he literally is invincible and cannot die, because he just got shot in the face.
Friendly.
And nothing happens.
Who are you? Who sent you?
This is the part of the trailer, for me, makes me think that this game is not going to be made for people like me, because this obviously shows first person, waiting around, lots of scripted sequences, lots of you just like doing nothing. And that's like what I'm afraid of. I feel like it's going to be a lot like RE7, specifically because of these few scenes, where you're just kind of standing around, you don't have much control of what's happening. Stuff just like kind of happens around you. Probably is going to be unskippable. If I had to guess, that's what's going to be like. It's probably going to play a lot like RE7. It shows like a couple of things here that are like pretty interesting. This one in particular is the most interesting. This, I think, is a fetus. It definitely looks like a fetus, which makes me think that the village is on some Silent Hill shit. And the village is trying to like birth the Antichrist or some shit. Just like Silent Hill. Because they do show a baby later too. And this is that same symbol with the funky fetus. Hopefully Norman Reedus is not in this game though. But we can see some cool shit like this. Definitely looks like Chimera Wall from RE4. There's a lot of RE4 vibes in this trailer. Like, you know, some puzzle shit. Like you gotta go get some stuff to finish the wall so you can go out into the thing. And this is a new chick who keeps showing up in the trailer. I don't know who this is. But she has a baby. So probably what's going to happen is the game's going to revolve around this baby somehow and like protecting it or some shit. That's kind of what I imagine because of like all the baby symbolism. Isn't this Mia? I don't think so. I think this is that other chick. I think that's this chick who's working with this older guy. Yeah, I don't think that's Mia. I think this is her. And is this the same older guy? Yeah, it is. He's and this is just like some crazy villager. I don't know, it's hard to say. It's some like spooky possession shit. I think this is the same chick, right? That's holding the baby. This is like a new character that seems like she'll probably be pretty important. I'm not exactly sure, like, I think there's the fetus symbol again. Yeah, I think it's gonna be more like Ganados, like in RE4. Like, you know, like possessed people, villagers and shit, not quite zombies. Hopefully. Okay, we already know for sure from this trailer that there is more than 2 enemy types, or at least 2 enemy types, which means there's more than RE7. So the biggest problem with RE7 has already been solved. We fixed it. I mean, there's a lot more problems, but like, at least that one is solved for sure. This shows me that Umbrella is definitely involved, which it doesn't, like, it's not colored, so it's hard to say, like, it's Neo Umbrella, is it old Umbrella or whatever, but this is definitely, hopefully puzzles are in the game, because people were bitching about there not being any puzzles and shit. I actually like the puzzles in RE7 quite a lot, like definitely. But hopefully this means that there's more. But yeah, this is the chick with the baby, I think, and then the older man. And I think they're going to be like important to the story, kind of like how like Lewis and Ashley were in RE4, where like maybe you don't play as them or like particularly a lot or anything, but they're kind of there, lots in cutscenes and whatnot. Yeah, I don't think that's clear. There's no way that's clear. I just don't see it happening, honestly. Old man looking confused. Rip horse. Feels bad, man. Something ate it. Which the leaks are true. There's fucking werewolves. So probably the fucking werewolf ate it. The goat's chilling though. The goat's mad chilling. But this is not chilling. Who the hell is this? Is this like the new merchant? It doesn't seem like it. She seems like a bad guy. She seems like she's mad spooky. Like a witch or some shit, yeah. Maybe she's like one of the lead possession ladies. Yeah, she's got a toothy ass grin. Yeah, that's that old woman. I don't know, man. Explosions and shit. This scene makes me think that it just even more like there's gonna be like long sections of the game where you just are like on rails watching a cutscene for minutes at a time. Probably not gonna be skippable. Like just getting exposited to like generic first person shit, which makes me fucking sleep. Not hyped on that at all. But spooky shit. I like the spooky shit with the bugs and stuff. If those are bugs, they look like bugs, with the witches or whatever. And this seems like she's definitely a boss or something. And these are AFK NPCs that you will not need to remember at all. But I think this is someone that's really important. She's probably, I think she might be the person that's talking to you in the flashback earlier about the story, but I'm not entirely sure. And apparently there's like a big ass mansion. But this is the good meme. Fucking werewolf. I think this is werewolf. Like actually. And the executioner from RE5's back. So thank God. The game is saved. it's literally him. This is literally the executioner from RE5. Like so I actually think that this dude is the werewolf. That's what I think. He doesn't say anything. He's spooky. He's got scars and shit. His clothes are kind of rugged. He looks very similar to the werewolf, and I think that he's probably gonna be like the big cheese in RE4. He's like in cutscenes a lot. He's a mini boss, you know. Yeah, he's got the same beard and shit. I feel like this is probably gonna be the werewolf. Now, he'll either be one of two things. I think he'll either be he either will be big bad dude that chases you around the whole game, or he'll be a mini boss. He could potentially not be the enemy of the player character, but I kind of doubt it. Ethan gets in fights with everybody. Also, there was ninjas. Ninjas coming in and breaking your house and shit. Yeah, I think this is the scene where she's telling you about the story. Those aren't ninjas. I know. It was a joke. It was a joke. Yeah, well, okay, think about it this way. RE7 had an enemy that follows you around with Joe Baker, right? RE2 remake had Mr. X. RE3 remake had Nemesis. Their AI got progressively better. You know, they're all chasing you throughout the game. They have some, I think like they were building to something, and if they build to it, then it's either that executioner type dude or this werewolf. If there is a continuation of that trend, which I think there probably will be, it'll be either the werewolf or that executioner guy. But I'm not sure. Yeah, you're fine. But big bad werewolf dude, he's definitely gonna be a big part of the game, I think. Or yeah, see, like he looks so similar to the dude from before that I think it has to be like it's not a one-off thing. Like there's not probably not gonna be multiple of these dudes. Probably just like this one. Yeah, that's got to be that dude for sure. Also, real talk, I spear a lot of RE4, so when I see Village, I was like, fucking Village memes, dude. Stuck in Village forever. And this game is the epitome of that meme. Just thought that was hilarious. And I didn't know that it was Resident Evil until this happened. And I was like, oh, so it's actually Resident Evil. There's 2 castles? Is there? It seems like this is like a mansion and this is like a castle. But I don't know, maybe. Yeah, Village Resident Evil, but it's a Resident Evil 8. Interesting name. Yeah, it seems like it's probably gonna be like formatted similar to RE4. Like you play the Village, and then you go up to like a mansion maybe, and then like a castle or some shit. Like that could be cool.
Chris? Sorry, Ethan.
This scene has the biggest implications for the story, though, of the whole trailer. So we have Chris Redfield back again with a new character model, a new voice actor. That's how you know it's a real Resident Evil game. They changed Chris in every single game. He couldn't possibly be consistent against any of them, of course. And now he sounds like Carlos. But Chris is back and he said, fuck you, Ethan. I'm gonna kill Mia. This is definitely Mia. She gets the gat for real. Like, so I think what they did is they have Chris, he comes and he kills Mia, and maybe he's supposed to kill Ethan, I don't know. But either it's Chris or Ethan whose story ends. Probably, I think it's Chris. Ethan's a little bit too obvious, a bit too on the nose. Hopefully Chris dies, but also hopefully Ethan dies, you know? Like, either or both is fine. But she gets the gap for sure. And then here on the left, the door opens, and I have no idea who this is supposed to be because it's purposely hidden. But I've been pointed out by it like a million times that this happens.
Yo, did you hear the rumors of RE9?
Thanks for the 100 bits. Appreciate it, comment.
Why?
Why? Yeah. It doesn't matter why, because he fucking gatted your ass. But yeah, my impressions, I think that I'm optimistic, but I think that I won't like the gameplay. I think that it'll have unskippable cutscenes, and I think it'll be better than RE7, but it's going to play very similar to RE7. It's probably going to have more puzzles, which will be hype for a lot of people. Probably be a pretty decent horror game, maybe, unless there's too much action, which could happen. Hopefully there's no boat, for God's sakes. And yeah, me personally, I'm someone that likes really mechanically dense games, stuff like Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 3 Remake, like stuff that has a high execution ceiling, stuff that's really replayable. This game, guarantee you, 3 playthroughs max. You're going to be over it. Probably never want to play the game again. Like, obviously I don't know for sure, but if it's anything like what RE7 was like, and it's like, got that same sort of gameplay loop, and it's got the same unskippable cutscenes and shit, then it's probably going to be that way. You know, I hope I'm proven wrong. I would love to be proven wrong, but that's just what it seems like. Yeah, I'm optimistic though. I hope that it's good. I think that they could do a good job. I just don't know if they will. Official Capcom. Ethan's world surprisingly comes to crashing down once Chris Redfield, an unexpected yet familiar face, makes an appearance, setting off a chain of events that seems distraught. Ethan seeking answers to Chris's shocking actions and ultimately finding himself in a mysterious village. With a greater focus on combat exploration compared to RE7. Okay, well, we will see. Okay, now we're going to watch the special developer message and go through this.
Hi, I'm Tsuyoshi Kanda.
Basically, the first minute or so, they'd say nothing. They say like, guys, we're fucking, my brain is so big. We put the number 8 in Roman numerals in the title. Resident Evil Village. Fucking insane. We didn't call it Resident Evil 8 because some intern had this amazing idea to call it Village because Village can be an 8 at the beginning, and we're that witty
I like the play on the design and the simplicity in the name.
Fucking wow.
We'll touch more on that a little later. Now, why don't we just jump in and let viewers know a little bit more about the game itself?
First off, Resident Evil
It will
Village
be
available
on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and
Series
Steam.
X.
Nothing is said about whether or not they're going to put the game on previous gen. In fact, it seems like they are not doing it on previous gen. So no Epic Games Store, no PS4, and no Xbone, which is interesting.
Right, and in line with previous Resident Evil titles.
Now, of course, they're using the RE engine,
That engine brought Resident
which
Evil
they've
7 Biohazard,
optimized
Resident
to
Evil 3
use
alive.
on the
We
new
were able to take all that we learned from those
hardware,
titles, along with our
which
internal development
hopefully,
efforts,
I mean, the game
optimized
looks good. Like, it doesn't have that problem that that everything looks wet and shimmery. We'll see though.
the latest version of the engine for the next generation of consoles.
We will see.
With a combined power
Yeah, 120 FPS on PC, I'd imagine, right? Because it's optimized for consoles, so 120 FPS should be not that hard.
Gen and RE engine, we can take our developers' vision to new heights. Once again, we're planning
A fresh take on survival horror.
This time, upping the ante on action a bit.
So, okay, so this is interesting because I saw it this way. I saw it as Resident Evil 7 was them going back to the roots of Resident Evil, trying to make it less action, more horror based. And I thought that the 2 and 3 remakes were them trying to bridge the gap between like the RE6, 5, 4 fans and the classic fans. By giving the classic fans a remake, by giving it updated gameplay that people that are from the newer games would enjoy, which I think that they did somewhat well, but not perfectly. And I thought that RE2 was like probably really good for the classic fans. RE3 was a little bit more better for the newer fans, but I thought that RE3 was like almost too action heavy, maybe. And then I was hoping that their next game they would tone it back a little bit with the action, but it seems like RE7 and RE4, are having a love child, and this game is going to be like RE7, but have more action mechanics. And it being first person and having more action mechanics kind of makes me feel a little weird champ about it. But maybe that'll be a good thing, because personally, I thought RE7 was a little bit sleeper. So we will see.
Realistic graphics and
This is what really gets me, though, that makes me very concerned about this game. Realistic graphics with immersive sound and no load times will really draw you into the world. Now, if they're making this game as big as they say it is, and it looks this phenomenal, and it has no loads, you know damn well the loading screens are locked in cutscenes that you cannot skip because they are loading screens. So I guarantee you that this game will have long-ass, unskippable cutscenes that kill the replayability. For sure. Which is like the worst thing I was expecting. But maybe they just pull some fucking next-gen mechanic 5-head shit, and there's no loads, and you can still skip the cutscenes. That would be sick, but I kind of doubt it.
immersive audio coupled with no load times.
But I'm confident that their audio is really good.
Created for Resident Evil Village.
Just saying.
Speaking of which, the game takes place a
Place
few years
after the events of RE7, which everyone could have seen coming, but at least they
events of
confirmed it.
Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
Right.
You
And it
play
follows
as
the story of protagonist.
You
Ethan
play
Winters.
as Ethan, confirmed. Protagonist Ethan. And then Chris comes and fucks shit up. He kills Mia and shit.
Without a new challenge to overcome.
They don't confirm
Chris
that,
Redfield,
but
a decorated hero fighting.
they specifically don't say that he kills Mia. He just says that he goes there
makes
and
his return.
turns his
But
life upside
not only
down.
will
So
he
maybe
kill
she's not dead, but he
he's
shoots
the
her
reason Ethan's
5
life was
times in the
turned
fucking
upside down.
face. So
Let's take a look
probably
at some
dead.
PR.
You can see Chris looking dark and far more brooding than in Aria Resident Evil appearances.
They focus on Chris a lot because I feel like the game's protagonist, again, is not actually Ethan. It's probably Chris. Like, the game is probably about Chris. When they talk about his story coming to an end, this makes me think that they're talking about Chris. And that Ethan is once again a vessel used to just be a fucking self-insert character as the story actually revolves around Chris. But, we will
The last
see.
thing worth mentioning in terms of
Yeah, it's
character
about
series
Chris,
is
but
the
in
village
Ethan's
itself.
perspective.
It plays
This part makes me actually pretty hyped though, because the village scenario is really cool. I liked it in 4.
such a
I think that
crucial
they have a
role
better
as
chance to do it even
backdrop
better
and
in this
setting
game.
of the game that
They show a lot of really cool environments and stuff, and They haven't shown like the enemies very much, but it said it's more action oriented, so it probably is more on the lines of pacing with something like RE4. Maybe.
As well.
We'll see though.
All right, shifting gears. Let's talk.
This is the most interesting part.
Design.
You'll notice the familiar first-person perspective.
It isn't first
from
person,
Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
but it's more action
It really helps
oriented.
bring players into the world.
And
Makes them feel like
they
they're
have
Ethan,
some
with the same
baller
sense of
shit
heightened
here.
tension and fear.
This
Here's a quick
this is
look
like
at
the most
game
thing I'm hyped
running
for,
in engine.
is
team is
the
working
inventory
really
that it
hard
shows
to
you.
create a great experience. You can really see the details, even close.
Let me see.
Let's take a look at the inventory.
The inventory. This is sick. Probably similar to the RE7 DLCs. Yes, Persona, probably. But we get the attach case. Is this fucking RE4? Is this RE4? Because this is literally RE4 inventory, which has the best inventory of any of the REs. Don't at me. Probably the best inventory system in any game I've ever played. It has tabs here. You probably go to your key items and shit. This could probably be upgraded. Has a lot of shit. Actual health bar, which is sick. And this here, this is interesting. 100 lei. Now, I've been told that's Romanian money, but that means that there's probably a merchant. Now, in RE7, there was kind of a merchant thing where there's like, you indirectly work with some shit. I don't think that that is going to be the case, because this is a lot of money, like 100, and it looks like it's like empty. This is probably like the beginning of the game. Like all he has is a pistol, a knife, some ammo, and some Jesus water, which is back apparently. I just noticed. But I think there's going to be some sort of merchant character in this game, which is kind of sick. Hopefully you get like gun upgrades and stuff. It'll be dope. Maybe New Game Plus might not be Resident Sleeper too. So that would be cool.
For players familiar with Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, or the recent versions of Resident Evil 2 and 3.
So it probably controls the same as like the
We hope
remakes,
you
but
enjoyed this
is
additional
a
look
bit
into Resident
more.
Evil Village.
Oh, and here's one more piece of
Then they just show
wanna
this
pay-
and they say that it tells you a lot about what it is. And to me, it looks like this is the fetus and it's mutated and it's got wings and shit, right? Something to do with a cult. I think that that baby is like really important again. Definitely. But we will see. I think we will see. It's part of the E-type, maybe. Maybe we will see. This also gives me hope that maybe they won't remake RE4, because this game has a lot of RE4 in it. The rest of it is basically just them talking about how they're excited to announce some stuff more at the end of the summer, and I will definitely cover that then. So if you're watching on YouTube, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you.